at what's going on in your life and say, you know, how am I doing? It's time to do a little bit of a personal assessment, right? What's going on in my life? Am I, you know, and today's really a day to be grateful for the things that you have. And the thing is that I think a lot of people don't really do that. What a lot of people do is they focus on the things they don't have. They focus on the things they want but never seem to reach, right? In life, it's like you always have a goal that you're reaching towards and you want to get, but you can't really get it. It's been like that a lot for me, especially these last many years since, you know, I've been married, and we're always thinking, man, we'd like to really get to a position where maybe we can fix some of the stuff in our house that's broken, because a lot of things have been breaking down, bathrooms, dishwashers, all kinds of stuff. Man, would it be great to eventually go on a honeymoon together? You know, it's that kind of stuff. And you think about that stuff, and you're like, man, it's kind of sad because we can't do that. It's like, wait. Whoa. Hold on a second here. Sad because you can't do that. What about all the stuff that we have, right? I'm in a great place right now in my personal life. I love my wife. She loves me. We're in a great relationship. I'm incredibly grateful for that, because it really is that personal life that I have behind the scenes of what you see on camera. It's that support that I get from her that keeps me going through all the days that we're through stress and nonsense here. It's awesome to have that level of love and support, okay? Jasper Kitty, my pet, but also he's kind of like my son. I know people make fun of me when I say that, but of course he's not a human, but he really is kind of like, you know, my kid. And he's been a tremendous positive influence on my life ever since we rescued him several years ago. I love having him around, and I'm glad that Kat convinced me to get a pet cat when she did, because I had never had a cat before, and now, you know, he's been in my life for several years, and it's been awesome, right? I live in a great house. You know, in general, I'm healthy, even though I'm literally coming out of the second worst cold / illness I've ever had in my life, and I still have lingering symptoms. I mean, right now, I still have a tiny tickle in my throat. I still got a little bit of drippage crap going on, so I might have to blow my nose today. I'm still, in general, happy and healthy. I am at a great body weight right now in my life. Like, my weight right now is close to the ideal. You know, I balance between just under 200 pounds and a little over 200 pounds, and I kind of fluctuate. My ideal body weight is 185. If I actually worked out regularly and did that, I probably would be at it. That's amazing, right? Like, that's a huge thing for my life. A lot of my life, I was very overweight, unhappy, not healthy. At this point in my life, I'm probably at one of the healthiest points of my life at 41. That's a pretty big accomplishment. Through my 20s and 30s being a, you know, a unhealthy person, traveling and drinking all the time, playing Street Fighter, and then being a YouTuber in those early days where I would literally every day drink myself into a stupor, you know? And now I'm not doing that awful crap anymore. People have been saying, you know, in the last year, here's the thing too, I think one of the major reasons people say this is because the camera's better, but they're like, oh, you look so much better. It's like, yeah, but I mean, keep in mind, I got a better camera now. We got better lighting now. I'm dressing differently. A lot of it has to do with presentation, right? I don't particularly think I look that much better than I ever did, but I feel good. That's kind of the difference. Like, I wake up in the morning and I'm energetic and I'm ready to go and I'm happy and ready for the next day. Every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm happy and ready to go. And that's different. There used to be, you know, in my life, oh my God, I gotta do this shit tomorrow, I gotta do that. I don't have that feeling. That's something to be super grateful for. That every day when you wake up, you're looking forward positively to what that day has in store, and you're really not, like, dreading anything. Yeah, that's my life. How the hell could I not be thankful, right, for what I have? So I am so happy for the life that I have. Now, that's the personal, right? That's all the personal stuff. But now let's talk about the stuff that you guys know about, right? This not so personal, professional life that I have every single day on stream and in these videos. I'm so grateful that in 2023, 15 years after I first pointed a camera at a crooked angle at a television in my parents' house in a tiny closet-sized, overheated bedroom, and after all this time, I still have a following for messing around with video games, for hanging out and talking on a daily basis. It's not as big as it once was, but I don't care. I'm just happy knowing that there's people on this planet that care about me, that care about my thoughts about stuff, that like the content that I put out, whether they find meaning in what I say about games because they value that because they know I'm honest, or whether it's they just want to have a good laugh watching my content and having a good time. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to know that people find value in me being here on the internet after so long, all right? I'm incredibly grateful for those of you who love what I do, and you know that I have not conformed to the YouTube norms. You know that I have stayed away from selling out and doing all the stuff that most other people have done on YouTube, on Twitch, everywhere to make a living. Instead, I stick to my guns of, and I know a lot of people say that's being stubborn and you should have changed over time, but I think that's a lot of the reason why I've had the longevity I've had. If I just went down the road that everyone else went, I probably would not be here today. I would have faded into obscurity and no one would have given two shits about Darkside Phil. But because I've done things differently, because I marched to the beat of my own drummer, as they say, people still care, you know? And yes, there's a lot of negativity, but at the same time, there's a core focus of people who like me for who I am and the content that I put out, and they support it. I am incredibly grateful for the levels of support that you guys give me on a daily basis. Again, no sponsorships, no partnerships, none of that crap. It's you guys that allow me to do what I love every day for a living. And I would be incredibly ignorant and ungrateful if I didn't take the moment here to say thank you all. 15 years, and in particular, these last couple of years where there's been a ton of hate and nonsense thrown towards me, that you're still here day in and day out supporting what I do. I'm very grateful for that. Oh, one other thing. We absolutely know that this year I've been a target, correct? Absolutely. This year I've been a major target for many different things. And despite their efforts to try to derail content, to pull me into drama, to try to have our community attacked, harassed, distracted, we've avoided all of that. You notice that? Still here, putting out a fun stream for you every day. Doesn't matter what crap they do. It doesn't matter what bullshit they're trying to do. We don't fall for it, right? We learn. This is the difference between the old Phil from back in the day and 41-year-old wiser Phil, is that I'm not going to keep getting sucked into their stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not. At one point I would get sucked there, and they're looking for reactions, right? They're looking for me to react directly and say things about what they say and try to get involved. And, you know, I don't play that game on purpose. Why would I? Why would I ever engage with toxicity that's just going to not only negatively affect me, but affect all of you as well? We are a community. Understand that. This is not just me sitting here in front of a camera. It's also just as important that you're there watching and engaging and caring about the content. So if I'm wasting my time being distracted by drama and nonsense and toxic stuff, that takes away from our good times together, right? And I know that, and I've learned from that. Earlier this year, I made a mistake. I learned from that mistake, and I have avoided remaking that mistake. And that's great. And you want to know why? You! Because of your feedback. Because I ask you guys for honest feedback, you give it to me, and I'm like, there you go. It's a group effort, man. It really is. Unlike most other content creators, I feel like this is 100% a group effort between us. It's two-sided here, you know? And it's beautiful because it works, right? It's not just, oh, what's the next sponsorship? What's the next thing to shill so I can pay my bills, and I pump out a video or a stream today and I'm done and I turn off the camera and, you know, I don't care about it. It's the opposite. It's actually stuff that I care about, you care about, and everyone wants to see continue, and that's meaningful to me, okay? And listen, this year has not been without its challenges, all right? For me, you know some of those challenges because you've seen them publicly, right? I've been having things stolen from me, a tire off of my freaking car, right? That I certainly wasn't expecting. I've had multiple attacks, both in the public and private eye. You know, people trying to take me down in various different ways for no good reason. And this year had a lot of personal challenges, things you guys have no idea about. You remember, there's certain times of this year I wasn't able to stream, and that's very abnormal for me that I would not be here because as you know, I'm one of the most consistent content creators out there when it comes to adhering to a set schedule, and you know you can depend on me to be here. And, you know, to not have me here, you know, every once in a while, some people are like, oh, I don't even know what's going on, right? Yeah, because I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? I can't really explain the stuff because sadly, you know what people do with disinformation, right? Any real information that I were to give you guys about private stuff in my life would be used against me to hurt me. Another way that I've learned my lesson over the years. Back in the day, I would have told you about everything that I went through this year. Every appointment, every meeting, everything going down that was serious business behind the scenes. You would have known all about it. But I don't anymore. I purposefully separate my public and private lives, so that way there is no more of that intersection and no more chance that you get hurt over that kind of stuff. So, and listen, I apologize for that because, like I said, I feel like we do have a connection. You'll care about me, I care about you. That's why we have this relationship, and that's how I continue to thrive and be successful. And it sucks that I can't tell you about other stuff that's going on in my life, but that's how it's got to be, because sadly there's just too many people out there who do want to do what they can to hurt me and then get their jollies off on it, right? So I hope you understand that. But this is a very, very challenging year for me and my family. All the stuff going on behind the scenes, and to be here where I am right now and to say, hey, I'm still here. I'm happy. I'm healthy. We're doing fun stuff together every day, right? It's awesome. And you know what? Here's something that's absolutely funny. All right, I will say this. This year, I noticed a distinct drop-off in overall views on my on-demand videos only. And what I mean by that is, my streams still get the same amount of views and all the same. Only the on-demand videos somehow saw a drop in views. And I started analyzing the data on this, looking at it, and I came to the determination it hasn't affected me at all business-wise. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, so what does that really mean? It either means that YouTube always inflated views and they're meaningless, or it means that there were people coming to my content and watching it on demand for toxic reasons, but they weren't supportive people. They weren't watching because they liked the content. They were just watching it to leech off of it and probably make fun of it. And it never resulted in anything positive for me or my business or my family or the community. So even though views have gone down overall on the content I'm putting out on demand, it didn't affect me. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, the days of me caring about being in the YouTube algorithm are long behind me. I don't care about being pushed as a recommended video. I don't care about, you search for a new game playthrough and Dark Side Phil or DSP Gaming pops up. Those days are so far behind. What I care about now is putting out content for the audience I have, and every once in a while, someone stumbles upon my stuff and gives it a shot and likes it, right? That's it. I'm never going to make YouTube turn around and say, hey, put me back into the search engine, dude. They're not going to do that. So it's just funny to me because absolutely, people who want to say negative stuff, they say things like, oh, your views went down this year. And I look and I'm like, if you're talking about overall video views, you're right. But it's weird because it hasn't affected me at all. In general, it really hasn't. At all, the business is fine. It's been operating at the same level with apparently less on-demand views. So you tell me what was going on there. I don't even get it. It almost feels to me like there was something going on with overinflated views on YouTube to begin with. Or, you know what I mean? And then it's just gone. It didn't matter because it wasn't real. If it doesn't affect me, then who cares, right? So anyway, thank you all for an amazing year. That's not over, by the way. We've got so much fun stuff still between now and the end of 2023, including chill streams like today, this awesome marathon tomorrow, which we're going to talk about in a moment. All kinds of holiday fun and festivities, animations and things are coming up that are going to be all Christmas related. We got special Christmas event that'll be, right before Christmas. I'm actually going to start reviewing holiday movies starting in December. So I'll probably review 3 or 4 holiday movies over the course of the month, which will be really cool. Among other things. And of course, all the game playthroughs that we're currently playing. It's awesome. So no negatives at all. Everything's good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying myself. I know that you guys are too. And I really appreciate you all. I do. Thank you all for everything you do for me. Because just as much as I put out content for you, and you know, a lot of people express their gratitude every day. You know, hey, thanks for making the content. I appreciate you guys watching it and supporting it, because that's how this works. I'm there, you know, again, don't get, you know, that support from other sources. It's you. And you guys have resoundingly told me through thick and thin, through times of great positivity and great negativity, right? Highs and lows, peaks and valleys, no matter what life throws at me or us, that you want this to continue. You find meaning in me being here, making content for you daily, and I'm appreciative of that, and I thank you for that. Message received. I ain't gonna stop unless I'm ready. That's the thing that I think a lot of people hate, is that they realize that there's nothing they can do. I'm gonna be here making content for you guys for as long as I want, until the day that I decide to hang up the mantle and say, I retire. I don't know when that'll be. I don't even know if that'll be, you know. The thing is that I enjoy this a lot, so much, that even if, as I get older, if I find that I can't really play video games anymore because I'm getting so old or whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I couldn't still make content, right? Doesn't. Not at all. And I guess we'll see as I get older how things evolve. Do I think that full time for the rest of my life I'll keep doing video game content? I would like to, but is it feasible? You know, I've already told you guys sometimes this year as I've been playing Street Fighter 6, there's certain characters I just can't play with. I can't play with Aki. I tried. Dude, my hand was killing me trying to play with that character. Very execution heavy. I can't really do that stuff anymore. And it's just going to get worse and worse the older I get. You know what I mean? So there's going to be times when we're going to have to adapt and change. But I feel like I can listen to your feedback and we can change for the better and do different kinds of content and stuff with each other pretty much for as long as I want. Because it sure seems to me that I have the audience that's going to be staying with me, you know what I mean, for a long time. And I really appreciate that. That people are with me no matter what. And, you know, this wild ride of life we've been on together for the last 15 years, and it's going to continue on, right? So thank you all